And we're live. It's Adam Robinson, founder and CEO of Retention.com. Welcome back. It is a beautiful Friday in Austin, Texas, and that means we are working in public. Something interesting that we did last week that I thought was worthy of sharing, because I've never done it before, is we started turning away revenue. Santosh has said recently, we will define ourselves more by the revenue we turn away than the revenue we keep. And a little genesis on this. So, in most cases, I think you start these SaaS companies, like you just let anyone sign up for it. I didn't think that we would necessarily end up on this like Shopify Klaviyo crowd. I thought we were going to sell to affiliate guys first. Thought there was a great B2B case to be had. And, over time, like our user churn rate is high, but like if you tag the ideal customer profile, it's super low, which I think is the case in how these businesses tend to evolve. And then you sort of nail down who you're trying to sell to. And we've certainly done it on the sales side. But in addition to that, Get Emails has gone from being the pixel that anyone can put on their website and get email addresses from to basically two things. One is this suite of products for e-commerce, which is fantastically valuable. It's 4 different products. And then this crazy value prop for publishers that I just clicked the video before. I'll tell you about that. So the thing that actually put us over the edge to start actually figuring out mechanically how to turn down this revenue was this B2B influencer named, I think, Joe Spencer or something. He tweeted about us, Retention.com, series of power user. We really appreciate him doing that. Our traffic spiked enormously, probably by like 10 times. We literally got over 100 B2B demo requests. For those who've been following from home, we're going from 4 weeks ago, we had 6 people. 2 weeks ago, we had 20. As of tomorrow, we're going to have 25. These people are not trained up yet, but it's opening up capacity in sales, marketing, customer support. We literally don't even have enough people to process 100 perfect demo requests. But we know from our experience, in most cases, for whatever reason, B2B leads are not our wheelhouse. These customers will likely churn. They're not our ideal customer profile. They don't really fit into these buckets that are we know our wheelhouse. So we just had to do something. And speaking of churn, right? And this is pre-annual deals. A few weeks ago, I did this work in public about how I explained how we changed our sales deck from the Get Emails pitch to now Retention.com. And it's annual, and it's been working unbelievably well, 100% annual close rate. The deal velocity is still incredibly high. But if you look at our business pre the annual deals and you do a churn analysis, if the customer went through our onboarding and they didn't just sign up and just start using it, the churn rate's half of what it is if they just signed up and used it, right? If the customer goes through the onboarding and meets our ideal customer profile, it's half of what it is if they went through onboarding and didn't meet the ideal customer profile. So those two things, the fact that we didn't even have capacity to service them, and we have to start building around this lowest churn use case. And if we pile on the annual deals on top of that, all three of these things are what we kind of have to do to get to the revenue levels that we're aiming for, which is like 50 million by the end of 23, 100 million by the end of 24. So we have to tighten up the top of the funnel dramatically and only let people in who both meet the ideal customer profile and go through the entire onboarding process. So you can't just sign up for an account anymore. Everybody has to go through this pipeline. And so how did we actually do it? Our good friends at Data, we had a call with Phil, and they're making us this HubSpot form, which basically Phil was just like, I got a bunch of salespeople. They will always want more leads. I understand that you guys are going very, very deep on this one profile. They do a lot of other things that they can sell into just about anybody. as it pertains to data and email. They do appends, they do all sorts of different stuff. So a lead to them is different than a lead for us. So they created a form for us, and we now have a way where our salespeople can, if it doesn't meet this ideal customer profile and or they're not willing to go through our onboarding, we can just hit a button and it will magically send them to our friends and partners at Data, and they're giving us like a 10% kickback or something or whatever. That's how affiliate arrangements work. So that is step one of us turning down revenue. I thought it was an interesting enough thing to make a work in public about, and I hope you enjoyed listening. Happy Friday.